Minecraft Java Edition 1.21.11 has been released, and of course Wurst Client has updated already, so to get it you want to head over to their official website, which will be linked right down in the description below. Here you want to simply click on download Wurst, then you will find the latest version, so 1.21.11. We can simply click on that, click on the latest release here. In my case there's only one though, so pretty easy choice. Then we just want to scroll down a little bit until we find this downloads section, where you want to click on this black button to download Wurst Client, and you actually also want to click on this white button next to that. That'll download the Fabric API, which we also need. So to use Wurst, you do actually also need to have Fabric installed for Minecraft 1.21.11. If you don't have this yet, or you're not sure where to get it, I will link it right down in the description below as well. But for right now, as you can see, I have Wurst Client as well as the Fabric API in my downloads, which means we can simply go ahead and move these into the mods folder. To get there, press on Windows and R at the same time, and then in the box that pops up, you want to type in app data. Then here you go into the folder called roaming and .minecraft, and finally the mods folder, where we can simply drag in both of these mods. And once you've done that, you can close this up, open up the Minecraft launcher, and then launch Fabric for Minecraft 1.21.11. So here I am inside of Minecraft, and I would quickly like to say that if you appreciate me showing you this, then of course make sure to subscribe to this channel for a lot more content like this. I'll now briefly explain to you how to get started with Wurst Client, except if you'd like a full in-depth tutorial, then I have already made one of those, and I will link it right down in the description below. But to get started, you want to basically press on the right shift button on your keyboard, and that is going to open up the Wurst Client Click GUI area. This contains all of the utilities that Wurst Client has to offer, which, well, there's actually quite a lot of. Anyways, as I just showed, to enable these, you want to click on them, and you can click on them once again to disable them. If you click on this little arrow over here, you'll be brought into a menu where you can customize this utility. This one is actually a bad example because it doesn't have a lot of customization, but this one, for example, has a little more. Nice. This actually also gives a description here of exactly what the utility does, in case you were wondering that, and it also allows you to set some keybinds. As you can see, some of these have keybinds set by default, however, most of them don't, and you can just set them yourself with these plus and minus buttons over here. It's literally that simple. That is around maybe 70% of Wurst Client. You can also search for things up here, of course, so, I mean, it's really easy to use. I do recommend you take your time to look around all of this though, just because of how many different utilities there are here and everything that they can do for you. If you actually scroll down further though, you'll notice that there is some more utilities. Restarting the alphabetic sorting, but with dots in front of them. This means that they are commands, and we can actually type the .help command in chat to get, well, a part of a list of commands over here. But as I just said, we can also view all the commands that Wurst Client has to offer in the Click GUI over here. If you're wondering how to use one of these commands, well, simply click on it, and then it'll give you the exact syntax. Now, arguably the clear command isn't the most difficult command to use, but here is a little, well, slightly more complex syntax. Finally, scrolling all the way down allows you to view some of the more general utilities. For example, we have the zoom over here. You can view wiki data. We have the tab GUI, which is quite cool as well. I recommend enabling this just to check out what it does when you have Wurst Client in game. Anyways, you also have the option here to disable the Wurst logo. It's on by default in the top of your screen. If you don't want that, you can change it to only when outdated, and now it's being removed from your screen. You also have the option here to add a few more things to your screen as well if you'd like that to your HUD. And for the rest, we finally just have this Wurst Options button here in the pause menu. Clicking on this will allow you to view some of the Wurst Client's official links, some settings, and some managers as well for your keybinds, your X-ray blocks, and your zoom. And these are all quite useful if you want to, well, X-ray or zoom or manage your keybinds, right? So right now, that was basically how to get started with Wurst. Thank you all ever so much for watching, and I do of course hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.